Hey everyone, welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So today we're doing our third episode for Tobacco Tasters.
Yes.
And we decided that this one was going to be McBaren's Vanilla Cream. So hopefully you guys got your samples and you're ready to smoke along with us. Alright, so this is an aromatic made by McBaren. It's made in Denmark. It's got Black Cavendish, Burley, and Virginia's in it. Its toppings are cream and vanilla, and I suspect maybe something else as well.
Yes.
It comes in a ready rub. You can get this in bulk. You can get this in 3.5 ounce tins, and you can also get it in 1 pound bags. I got ours, both of ours, for both the tinned version and the bulk version from smokingpipes.com. The strength on this is mild. The flavoring is at about a medium. And the taste is also at a medium. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. Now, to let you know, first of all, I'm smoking the bulk version, and you're smoking the tin version. All right. So we're going to see, and from my experience, there is a little bit of a difference between between the two. So we'll see what we got. All right. Well, let's talk about first our tin note. What do you get off the tin notes on these, Nathan?
I haven't really done the bulk, but I can tell you it is an incredibly strong brown sugar, very sweet smell.
Well,
very arrow.
Okay, try this one.
Okay. That one seems a little less.
It's toned. The bulk version is toned down. You get a lot of the cream, a
Yes.
little bit of vanilla. You said a little bit of brown sugar. Also get a little bit of honey in there.
Yeah, some sweetness.
Get a little bit of kind of an earthiness in there, just a shade. But mostly, it's all topping.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not getting a whole lot of tobacco scents in this
No.
at all. And for sure, the bulk version is softer than that version is. Now, let you know, when I bought these at the same time, but my tin was canned in November of 2020.
Oh wow, okay.
So it's a little older. The bulk version I bought in, I think, February of this year. So the bulk is newer. So anyway, I don't know if that makes a big difference, but there you go. Okay, yeah. Actually the tin note on these are quite pleasant.
I think it is a very pleasant tin note.
Yeah, I mean, if someone was just to sniff that and get an impression from it, it would be a good impression.
Oh yeah, they would really want to try that. Like, ooh, that one smells really good.
Yeah, I don't get a chemical scent. I don't get that at all. I get just a lot of topping.
Yeah.
From both of them. A lot of topping.
Very much.
And you're right, the tin is stronger. The tin scent is stronger. There's also a little bit of like it's hard to explain, but it's a typical Danish aromatic scent that almost smells like a juicy fruit gum.
Yeah.
You know, like a multi-ingredient of fruit.
Yeah.
Rather than just one type of fruit. Like lots of plums and citrus and, you know, just a mixture of...
Just they're like a scent spray that they spray in every tin before
kind of like
they put
a
it.
piece of juicy fruit gum. You really can't get one
fruit flavor.
Yeah,
out of
you
it. They just kind of go
several.
Close.
All right, well, let's go ahead and jump to the taste. What are you getting on the taste on this one?
Oh, man. Oh, I don't know how to say this as much as... It reminds me of the McBaren that I knew when I first started smoking.
That 7 C's?
Not the taste, but the way it smokes. Bit persnickety, couple relights, kind of moist, but really just you get a rush of sweetness. And then there's just that little burn on the tip of your tongue. And that's how it is. It almost makes it impossible for me to get the inlays of the flavors throughout the rest of the tobacco. This one I feel particularly nice in because I think the Burleys, they're secondary, but I do feel like they're coming in. I do get some of that nuttiness from the Burleys. But the Virginias, I've lost all not a little breadiness from the Virginias. But for the most part, I've lost all the other grassy, lemony notes because it's always the first time I light up these particular type of blends that I know are really, really, really topped.
Yeah. You know,
they almost tarnish the rest.
Before I go into the taste, I want to go back to the tin note because some of what I get out of the tin note comes through on the taste, and to me, not in a particularly pleasant way.
That's yeah.
I get a slight scent of vodka in this version, the tin version, not the bulk version, but it's there. It's there. Also, kind of like a light pecan, light maple, kind of almost like a waffle cone. Smell that and see if you don't smell. You know those cookies that are made out of waffle cone kind of thing?
Yep.
I get that a whole lot.
Yeah, where you get...
Yeah, and there's almost like a whipped cream essence in there as well.
Yeah.
So that leads me to believe that there's more than just the cream and the vanilla topping in there. I think there's more. Now in the bulk version, that booziness goes away. There's not there, and the dark fruit that I get in this scent, I don't quite get in this one. This one is less of all of that. But as far as the vanilla and the cream and everything else is there. Okay, so that I think there is some alcohol in this. That's why I say that, because as I taste it, I'm getting some of that alcohol burn, you know?
It's
And what I would taste in other alcohol flavored tobaccos. I get a very hotness, a very peculiar hotness from the toppings of cream and vanilla. The tobacco's flavors to me are very subdued. This is all about the toppings to me.
I think so too.
I don't get a nice Virginia flavor in there. I purposely smoked this several times. I wanted to get a good comparison between the two. And I purposely smoked it in large stemmed or large wood pipes to help cool the smoke down. Yeah. I smoke super slow try to get all of those flavors that are coming through. And I just have to say that I just don't get a lot of tobacco in this at all. The Burleys are almost non-existent. The Virginias, which is the base of all of this, you get a little bit of that breadiness and that earthy, woody kind of taste in there.
Yeah.
But the taste to me does not match the tin note at all.
No, and that's why I kind of said I don't know how to say this because it's going to come across negatively.
Negative, yeah.
But because the thing is they're focused so much on that vanilla cream flavor that you can tell it's artificial. It is very hot when it comes in, and that's why I say I like these flavors because man, they're so deceptive. They're so inviting. You hope for such a good flavor and a taste coming from the tin note and the room note and everything about it. But then right when you take that inhale, and it will singe the tip of your tongue.
Now, I don't know if singe is a good word for it because, like I said, I purposely slowed this down. I'm not trying to I disagree with you because I get something.
Yeah.
I get something. And I smoked it super slow, and I never really got tongue bite from the hot air. I got tongue bite from an imitation flavored topping is what I got tongue bite from.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily think it's the tobaccos in this McBaren blend that are giving me the burn. I think it's the toppings.
That's what I'm not putting it on the tobaccos because they're really good tobaccos. McBaren does use great leaf to make their tobaccos. It's just the thing that gets them every time is those entry-level McBaren blends. 7Cs, you know, the cheaper ones that are easy to get, they always have plenty of them, are covered in some type of topping. And I think you're right. It's one of their Danish fix-all things that they do it, and then they just add more vanilla and cream to one and make it vanilla and cream.
Yeah.
This one has more this. That's what makes it this, and you know.
Yeah, I can't put my finger on it. But
I can't either.
But it's just not. I'm not getting any tobacco tastes at all. It's all about the toppings, and those toppings, for my tongue,
Yeah.
are really displeasing.
And that's why it keeps getting me. Not to linger on the taste, but the thing that always used to get me when I first started smoking, and I was religiously smoking 7Cs, was it was a double-edged sword. I want to enjoy a smoke. I want to have those flavors come through. Now, do I get to sit down and fiddle with this smoke for the next 45 minutes with several relights, several tamps, several get through, but try to slow it down and enjoy this taste? Or do I try to keep it alive so that I can, you know, walk around or move around or mow my yard while I'm smoking or something? And no, it didn't matter. I was either burning my tongue just to have a smoke, or I was having to stop, turn everything off, you know,
And
fix
fiddle with it. Yeah.
every 5-6 minutes, like I have been now.
Yeah. Well, you know, slowing it down does help the taste a little bit, but I just, it's not enjoyable for me. It's just not enjoyable. I mean, a little bit of honey, a little bit of light fruit in there, you know, kind of a sweetness, but you really have to get past that zing on my tongue before you can really get those. And I just, that's not what I'm looking for to tobacco. I don't know. What are you guys getting out of this? I sure would like to hear from you. Maybe we're doing something wrong. Maybe it's a packing issue, or it's not a dryness issue, because I've definitely let these dry out.
Yeah, it's considerably more dry than what I
when we first got it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like I said, I think I got these back in February, so it's been a while. It's been sitting for a while.
Yeah. And the only thing I ever do when it comes to these smokes is it sounds bad, I just let the heat slather my tongue until I get comfortable with it, and then finish the rest of the smoke enjoying the hit, the tobacco, the room note, the aromas, the smells, because I'm letting myself enjoy the smoke through my nose more than I am
other
my
senses
taste.
rather than
I'm trying
taste.
to enjoy the flavor through that, because at this point I already know, man, I messed up. It's okay. We're just going to power through and then enjoy it otherwise.
Well, but here's the deal with me is that this, if I smoke this, like, let's say in the morning, okay, well, if I'm going to smoke an aromatic, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the first smoke of the day for me.
That's me too.
Okay?
Yep.
The rest of my smokes, the rest of the day, are affected by this in the morning, simply because I still have that scarring, or whatever you want to call it, on my tongue and the roof of my mouth.
Yep.
You know, it's just it makes the rest of my smokes the rest of the day
rough,
less pleasant.
Yeah.
Less pleasant. So anyway, that's just my thoughts on it. And as far as taste goes, guys, I just get a lot of hot flavored air. Is what I'm getting.
It's blends like this that come out of the McBaren line that, like, because I've seen some people leave comments like, "What do you guys hate about McBaren?" You know, things like that. It's just blends like this, because McBaren themselves have a lot of fantastic lineups.
I mean, I just tried their Royal Twist the other day, and it's delicious.
Yeah, they have so many really, really quality products. It's just every now and then we get these, and that's where we go. Okay, yeah, make a flake form of it, make a coin form of it, you're not going to change it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be different. It's going to be a heavily topped, artificial flavor that you don't get the actual tobacco, the feeling, everything. But I will say one thing. If we're moving into the room note, it is still an amazing room note. I think this is pleasant, and it's the room note and the tin note that make me keep going back to it.
There's a lot of tobaccos that are like that have a pleasant tin note, and the room note's amazing for others, but it's just not a great smoking experience.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where that's what I think it is I will sit down and I would buy this tin, and I would still smoke the whole tin, not because I'm stubborn and I'm not going to let any tobacco go to waste, because I've got several tins that I've bought that I've just said, no, that's going to sit on my shelf for 3 years, and maybe it'll be good by then.
Yeah.
You know, but this one is one that I will probably smoke within a couple months of purchasing it, just because I do like that room note. That kind of light, sweet smell in the air. It is pleasant, and I keep going back to the pipe because of it.
Yeah, well, this is not going to do that for me. I'm the opposite. I just won't smoke this.
Yeah.
At all. At all. Everything about my smoking experience has got to be pleasant for me to enjoy it. Every bit of it, you know. So, for me, this is a no-go. This is definitely a no-go. All right, well, let's talk about the room note then. Yeah, I think you're right. It's very pleasant room note. I mean, coming back into this room 15, 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
It's very sweet, very fruity, very aromatic.
I think so too. Nice light honey flavor kind of in the air.
And non-smokers will absolutely love this. It smells like a vanilla scented candle is what it does, you know. So non-smokers will enjoy this. And you know, 2 things out of the 3 that we judge, you know, tin note, smoking experience, and room note, it wins 2 of those things.
Yeah.
But you know, for me, it's gotta have a good smoke too. So anyway, all right. Well, let's talk about the moisture level. When it first came to us, I felt like the bulk was a tad wet, and the tin was moist.
Yeah, well, you can always tell too when there's brown on the paper that's underneath that, you know, because they always come wrapped in that paper.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you open the paper, you just have white paper. And you just remove everything, and it's, you know, nice, pretty, put it in your jar, whatever you do with it. This blend, I guarantee you, when you open that tin up, there was some brown streaks, some moist spots all over that paper that it came in, because that's just how they come.
Yeah, yeah. So it's going to need some drying time, guys, if you're going to be one that smoked this. What do you think about the nicotine?
Yeah, I would say mild at best. This is, if you're into these kind of flavors and you've mastered how to smoke these types of tobaccos, I certainly haven't. This would be, to me, an all-day smoke.
Yeah.
Because it's pleasant, the smell's pleasant, you always get, you know, you're going to get a consistent flavor. That is one thing. It's going to smoke the same every time. But that nicotine hit just makes it so light to where I think you could smoke this all day long.
Yeah, absolutely. Very light nicotine content.
Very light, yeah.
You're able to smoke this quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so a couple of things about this blend. Because it's made in European Union, there it's called something else, because you can't, tobaccos over there, there's a law about naming tobaccos with flavors that would attract young people. Like you can't call something chocolate or vanilla or whatever like that. So in the EU, this is called the classic loose cut. It burns at a moderate pace. It is an all-day smoke. It's not very complex. I mean, there's just that one particular flavor to it. It burns fairly decent when you can get it going. I'm experiencing relights throughout the smokes. There is a little bit of bite and some harshness to this one, you know. There's an aftertaste. For me, it's not pleasant. It's lingering, but for some others, you know, who knows? They might like it. I think the bulk version smokes a little bit better than the tin version simply because of the moisture content. It's a little less hot than the tin. This one comes, like I said, in bulk, 3.5-ounce tins and in 16-ounce bags. And the bulk version is about $3.05 an ounce. The tin version is about $3.93 an ounce. Not bad for a tin version price. That's pretty good price. So, Anyway, that's my thoughts on this one. You know, it's just not for me.
No, it's not for me either.
Now, I would like to hear from you guys over there, and let me know what you think. You know, is this something you would like to smoke? What are the things about this that attract you? What are the things about this that maybe you don't like so much? Is there something I'm doing wrong to not
enjoy these?
To not have the experience that some of you guys are? I don't know. We sure would like for you to share those with us, and anybody else that wants to watch these videos later on can get maybe some benefit from that. You know. Our next Tobacco Tasters is going to be May the 23rd, and we are doing 4th generation Eric Stokeby afternoon melange.
Oh, melange.
Yeah, it's in English. It's not a harsh English. It's a very middle of the road English. So we've covered a Burley, we've covered a Virginia, Perique, we've covered an aromatic. So we're going to go to a Burley on the 4th one.
Okay.
All right. Let us know what rating you would give this tobacco. Would you give it high ratings, a lot of shots, or would you give it low ratings, low shots? I don't know. I know what I would give it, and I think I know what you would give it too. But we want to hear from you guys. So, all right. Well, you got anything else you want to share?
Just let us see those comments, guys. I really want to know if I'm with Dad, if I'm doing something wrong on this, because I want to enjoy them. Because, like you said, 2 out of 3 of our markers, it scores very well on. I just wish it was better tasting.
Yeah. Something about those toppings that just change the flavor profile altogether when you're smoking it.
I think, it's something. It does something to my tongue.
And that's why I think that there's some alcohol in it, because I've never cared for blends that have
with
alcohol.
rum topping or things like that.
Alcohol in it. It's very difficult to smoke. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. We sure do appreciate it. Don't forget,
make all your piping moments count.
We'll see you next time. Have a great week. So long.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.